What's up, traders? It's Matt with Conservative Trades, and nice day today in the markets, ending the day up $249.77. Didn't fill out too many tickets, guys. I'm probably ending the day right around 200 after fees and commissions. And, we can see here that the two biggest winners on the day were GRUB and RCL. I could go through JD, I could go through TWLO, I could go through Z, but really it's not going to be worth it. So I'm just going to hop to the two biggest trades today, and GRUB being the first one. Actually, this was a really great move out of the gate, and I missed most of the move, and I hate that. But of course, a lot of this was made in pre-market, and so when the market opened up, I noticed that it was still weak, so I went ahead and went short right at the market open, probably within, I think, the third or fourth minute of the market open. I can break this down to the minute chart here, but it's going to be really hard. These charts, for some reason, you can't like pan over and then zoom in on light speed, and I don't know why. It's really annoying. But you can see here it was probably about the fourth minute in, and I saw these wicks had formed and it couldn't really break VWAP. And so what did I do? Well, I went ahead and got short again here at the break of all this, and in anticipation of the break of this. It must have been kind of just stalling a little, so I went ahead and got out. Or maybe no, maybe it came down and then I got out. Looks like I got out on the pullback here. So anyway, guys, really nice move on that. And then, of course, we had a nice pullback, and then another nice pullback. But when it broke the high here, it couldn't really continue. So I figured, you know what? If we lose the EMAs, we could get a move back to VWAP. But it must have just shown a little bit of weakness here, and so I probably just went ahead and took profit there. I can't really remember the complete mentality or what I was thinking on that move. But all I know is, we basically took two trades, guys, and again, this was the best trade of the day. Two trades ended me up $104, and you can see here we're using very small share size. I did that with 100 shares basically, and so I went 100 shares short, and then I went 100 shares short again at 56.81, and then I think I know that's what it was. I tried to go at the break of 57, and I got a really late fill on it at 56.81, so I just wasn't fast enough, and that's why I think I got out. It just made me nervous. Anytime I get in, you're talking 20 cents later. Sometimes it's because you bring your average so far down. Sometimes it's good to just go ahead and take profits. So anyway, and then here on this scalp here, just a quick scalp at 58.12, selling short 100 shares. And, so just a really quick move there. I remember I had my order at, it was either 57.82 or 57.92. I was just trying to make a quick 20-30 bucks on it, but I saw it stalling a little, and so went ahead and got out. And I'm glad I did, because you can see here it shot all the way back up here. But sticking to the plan, guys, that's the name of the game here. And you can see here on RCL, this was the next really big move that I made this morning. Now, first things first, when it opened up, I noticed that there was this major drop. I kind of missed that move, but as it was coming up here, I went ahead and went short here as it was nearing VWAP, and you can see here that. And I think I was actually looking to add as it came up further, and I think I actually missed that add because of this previous area of support, which I knew would be acting as pretty heavy resistance, and it did. It kind of came right up to it, guys. All this consolidation back here, and then came down. I think good, just enough for me to get out, and then it ended up popping back up, and I went short again here in anticipation of a rejection of the 9 EMA, and then again, I believe when you can go back and watch the live stream, I'm really doing my best to kind of recollect where I was going with this, but if I know me, I was probably trying to get a move all the way up here to add again. And maybe it just didn't quite make that move. And so, but I do remember this ultimately dropping, and I got out a little here at the 9 EMA because it looked like it almost might form support. But I let the rest of those shares play out, and I ended up getting out here. But here's the real move, guys. Here, this is a really favorite pattern setup of mine. When a stock continues to beat against that 9 EMA, and this is for when going short, when it's lost the VWAP again, but then it comes back and it's kind of moving in and out of around VWAP or up and over through VWAP and just kind of chopping around VWAP, but it can't break that 9 EMA. and is forming higher lows, what I'll do is I'll draw a trend line, and I drew this out before it broke here. But I went ahead and went short here at VWAP, and I just said, you know what, this is a low risk trade, because if it breaks out over that 9 EMA, I'll just go ahead and get out. But if it breaks this trend line, we're going to get a good move down, and we did. And I went ahead and took a little of the first profit here, just in case it double bottomed with this right here and decided it wanted to continue back up. But I took profit there, and then I took profit at the breakdown here, and then when it pulled back, I got back out. And I kind of wish I would have held on, because it ended up making this beautiful move. But I tell you what, guys, coming back here on this candle, coming back above VWAP, I mean, you never know. And that's why I said sticking to your plan is pretty much the name of the game. You know, you can really mess yourself up psychologically, and you can bring a lot of damage to your account by not sticking to the rules and not sticking to the plan. And so it was just very fortunate, you know, that I was able to do that, and that everything, you know, played out accordingly. But it was very unfortunate that, you know, because I stuck to my plan, I ended up missing out on a greater move here. And I suppose when this got rejected off of VWAP and came back down, I probably could have taken another trade here under the 9 EMA, but my guess is I was probably watching another stock at the time when that was doing that, or I might have missed the move, because there were definitely a couple times today where I remember taking, where I was talking in the live stream. You can go back and check all this out. It's posted to the channel, but there were several times where you will hear me say, man, I should have gotten in here, or I should get in here, but I'm not. I'm just going to see how this plays out, and then it takes off without me. But there were actually several calls today that I made in the chat or in the live stream, and it worked out perfectly. But I just didn't take it, and a lot of that had to do with, you know, how I got messed up on TWLO yesterday. And TWLO, I mean, it really did. It messed with my head yesterday, guys. But here's a perfect example of watching that pattern play out. Okay, so this is what I was trying to go for yesterday on TWLO when a stock got bought all the way back up to these previous areas. And if you even zoom out more, there's a lot of areas here. Look, you can see right here. Look where I took this short position here. You can see this is where it was resistance before, and then it came back and almost kind of acted as support there and kind of here, and then it came back up and was acting as resistance here. You know, so this was a very important level. And, you know, yesterday what had happened is it was that same move, and I had gotten in here and just didn't get enough of a pullback, and it just shot up and went against me. Well, today, you know, I just wanted to make sure that I was not going to let yesterday's trade keep me too fearful in the markets. I admit that it did cost me losing on a few other trades, but it did not cost me on this move here. And you can see I got short right there, and I got out and covered here, and that was a nice little move. And then had another nice little scalp here, same thing on the pullback, nice little scalping trade. And then here were two other scalping attempts that just ended up as break-even trades. So anyway, guys, you know, these were pretty solid trades I made today, and I feel pretty good about them. I mean, I really do. And I think, you know, today was a great day. Once again, we're ending up basically around $250. So I'll never complain about that, especially when trading with low risk setups and very conservative share size. And so anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video today. I know I'm not really giving you that much today, but if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and consider checking this out. We do stream live here on the channel Monday through Friday, beginning roughly around 9 a.m. I give a good pre-market breakdown. Here's the thing, guys, with my channel, I mean, I make a lot of great calls, but I just don't take them all. And so you'll notice that that's kind of a common thread. But, you know, here's the thing, guys. We can't jump on everything. We can't take everything. And, you know, sometimes the best thing to do is just to watch the market, you know, play out. You can paper trade. You can make calls. You can see how it goes. But you really, when it's time to put your money on the line, you need to be confident. You need to be confident. You just do. And so, you know, that's kind of the name of the game here. It's kind of the name of the game here. Just remaining confident and sticking to the plan. It really is. Because if you're getting into a trade and you're not really confident, you're not really sure about it, you better just have a place where you know you're going to get out, and you better stick to that plan. You know, some of the worst days in my trading career have come from me not sticking to the plan. Okay, and so anyway. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and leave a note to me down in the comments. You know, what what are some things that you do to control your risk? And, have you experienced trading with conservative share size? And if you have, how has that helped you become a better trader? The slogan here on the channel is risk less, profit more. And I find that the less I risk, the more I do end up profiting. Maybe not I might not profit as big as when people are, some of these guys who are jumping in with really huge share size, okay, and really aggressive, so to speak, share size. I may not profit as much, but I profit more times. Why? Because I'm able to let these stocks work themselves out. And, this is why you'll see ultimately, go through the channel, check out all the past videos that I've released. You're going to see way more green than red. Why? Because I profit way more times than not. And, now I've had some big red days. I've also had some big green days though. But I've had some big red days. And again, that usually comes from me not sticking to the plan. Okay. And that just happens sometimes. But anyway, guys, again, hope you're enjoying the content, and we'll see you here tomorrow on the channel. Take care.